Hey YouTube, Jam here. Welcome back to the gaming station. So, with the update a few weeks away, we should be getting an announcement about what will be in it very soon. But today, I want to talk about a few things I'd like to see in this update and what I'd like to see coming down the road as well. Down in the comments, let me know what feature you'd like to see, whether that's in this update or in a future update down the road. Alright, let's get into it. So the first thing that I'm looking forward to is something that we get in every update, new maps. I know that sounds kind of boring, but I enjoy when new maps are added to the game because it can shake up the meta of a game mode and make some brawlers viable where they might not have been viable before. And at the same time, I can't wait to see some of these maps be removed from rotation. Some maps that I would like to see be removed are Minecart Madness, Pit Stop, Deeper Danger, and Penalty Kick. These are all maps that I find unenjoyable to play for one reason or another, and just groan when I see them in play for that day. I'd also like to see them bring back some old maps like Bridge Too Far and Excel, maps that made you feel like there was real skill involved when you're playing on them. Bridge Too Far is a great example of this, in my opinion. And lastly, Siege needs like 2 more maps. Not that I mind the Siege maps, but 3 of the 4 are very similar, and I'd like to see some variety done with those maps. Alright, well, the next thing I want to see updated soon are the game modes. So, let me start this by saying they need to stop rotating Bounty, Siege, and Heist all in one spot. They need to bring back that 4th game mode slot. I don't know about you guys, but I find it really annoying that the devs just removed the 4th slot when they decided to take Lone Star and Takedown out of the game. Personally, I'd like to see Hot Zone or Present Plunder brought back into the 4th slot and then have that rotate with either Siege or Heist. I'm personally not a big fan of Bounty. I find the mode boring and frustrating because one bad random can make it very difficult to win. So, on Bounty days, I find myself playing a lot less. If they brought back the other game modes, I'm pretty sure I would play those more on the days that Bounty is up because I would just have other options. Now, I know there was issues with Hot Zone and Present Plunder that made them very frustrating to play, but to me, those issues seemed like they had very simple fixes. It seemed like Hot Zone just needed the 1 zone maps removed because those maps made it very hard to make a comeback if you lost control early on. While Present Plunder had a few more issues. To me, it seemed like the 2 big issues with Present Plunder were the maps that tilted and the distance you could throw the present when you had your super. The super issue seems like a simple fix, just shorten the distance that you could throw it with your super. As far as the pirate tilting maps, you can do one of 2 things. Either disable the tilting from the pirate theme maps, or rebrand it as a capture the flag mode and make all new maps, or repurpose old Brawl Ball maps. Both would work in my opinion. In short, I just want there to be more game modes to add variety to the daily rotation and make it so I don't have to play quite as much Bounty. And now we're getting into the bulk of the features that I would like to see get added in the next few updates. A lot of these ideas definitely won't be coming in this update, but I'd like to see them get added as the game gets older. The club system needs a huge overhaul in my opinion. Right now, there's basically no drawback to not being in a club. The only thing that might be viewed as a drawback is you're going to have a harder time trying to form a team. But to casual players that don't really worry about that, they're just going to play with randoms anyway. The reason the devs need to address this is because if players aren't in a club, they don't have any community ties to the game. And if players don't have community ties to the game, when they get bored, there's nothing to keep them from leaving the game. So the first idea I have for clubs is replay sharing. Every person should be allowed to share a few replays every day. Not a lot, so they don't spam the club chat. But if you want to share a good showdown, victory, or some dumb randoms doing something dumb, or just ask for advice, you should be able to do that. I know that's not a simple thing for the devs to implement, but it would go a long way in helping people build community ties and deepen their connection to the game. The next thing I'd like to see them add is a weekend club box. I've had this idea for a while, and while I was typing this script, I seen a Reddit user post the same idea with a few tweaks. I'll post a link in the description to that. Now, my idea for a club box was basically what Clash Royale did a while back before they added Clan Wars. Basically, every token that you and your clubmates earn would be matched in club tokens and would go towards opening the box. The more tokens your club gets, the higher rank your box will be and the more rewards you get from it. The box would either open when you reach max rank or when the weekend is over. This would incentivize people to be in a club and grow ties to the community like I was talking about before. And the last thing I'd like to see added for clubs is club events. So right now we know they're removing tickets for the ticketed events. I'd like to see them take those game modes and add them exclusively to be played within clubs, every member getting a few plays each day on the weekend. This idea works great for Robo Rumble. You could say in your club chat, looking to do Robo Rumble, make a team of 3, and run the event whatever amount of times. It could work for a big game too. Just make an event room with 6 slots, have everyone either vote on who should be the big brawler or have it pick randomly. For boss fight, it could work the same way it does now, but I'd actually like to see them make a change to that. The change I would like to see with boss fight is where the boss has a set amount of health and everyone gets to solo attack it, trying to deal as much damage as possible. The rewards would be based on whether your club killed the boss or not, and how much damage you did to it. Your rewards go up if you kill it, down if you don't. And the person who deals the most amount of damage gets better rewards than the person who deals the least amount of damage. I think this could be a fresh, new way to play the game, and everyone would appreciate it. Obviously, I'd like to see more events get added as well, but that's just what I think they should do with the current ones. So, those are some things I'd like to see get added in the next and future updates. I'm excited for new maps, as we always get. I'd love to see them bring back the 4th event slot, add Present Plunder or Hot Zone back into the game to give us more options of things to play on a day-to-day basis. But to me, the most important thing the devs should focus on is reworking the club system, as I said. I think it would go a long way in extending the life of the game, and I think a few of the ideas I suggested could greatly improve the club experience. Again, let me know what you guys would like to see it get added in this update or down the road. Also, what did you think of some of my suggestions? I'm always open to discussion, that's why I make these types of videos. If you enjoyed the content, check out some of my other stuff. I normally do videos on balancing. Also, consider subscribing as well. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.